I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-ma-gob, it's time for the only news that matters, and Ace Frehley has released the title track to his upcoming solo album, 10,000 Volts. The former Kiss star's new album is scheduled to be released on February 23rd, 2024. Ace says it's probably the best record I've ever done. Yeah. How many times do we hear that from people that are about to release a new record? He said, I'm very excited about it. It's the first time I ended up writing most of these songs with a good friend of mine, Steve Brown, who used to play in Trickster and now has a group called Rubik's Cube. The guitar legend also revealed the drummer Anton Fig, who performed on the acclaimed 1978 solo album, which I doubt this album's going to be better than, but we'll see. Yeah, Anton's played on Frehley's Comet 87 and Trouble Walking in 89 and 2009's Anomaly, so he has returned for 10,000 Volts on this one. And listening to it, I got to tell you, I don't think Paul Stanley's going to look like an imbecile. Well, I think he's kind of an imbecile already, but I'm just saying, Paul Stanley doesn't know this. Now, this song I heard, 10,000 Volts, I thought it was pretty kick-ass. I loved it. It was great. But it's not, I can't think of one song on the 1978 Ace Frehley solo album that's worse than this song. Now mind you, I only heard it twice. I heard it in the morning, and then I see he released a video for it, and I watched the video, so I've heard it twice. And I do like it. I love the solo. It's total Ace Frehley, and it's a rocking song. I have nothing bad to say about it. But I just hope the rest of the album is stronger. That's all I got to say. I'm hoping this is like one of the weaker songs, but I don't think it's a weak song. I think it's really good. It's kick-ass, but no, it's not better than any song off the Ace Frehley solo album from 78, in my opinion. And I also, if we're going to just judge it by a song, I thought Space Invader was a much stronger track, and there was a couple of Spaceman Marching on Mars, I think it was called. I think it's a stronger track. I like Bronx Boy more. I like, there's many songs that Ace has released in the past few solo albums that I like more than this. But then there's some songs on Space Invader and Spaceman that I feel this 10,000 Volt was better. So we'll see overall how this plans out. Now, the album cover, I don't like at all. I mean, what is this? AI and then Photoshop. I don't know what's going on here. And Ace is wearing an Ace Frehley shirt, you know? I know there's a lot of people out there that are upset with Ace keep doing the space thing over and over again. I don't, because he's a spaceman. He's the one and only spaceman. I don't care if he keeps singing about UFOs and stuff like that. I'm cool with that, but this album cover just, I think it sucks. And I've seen people online love it, and that's cool. I think it sucks. Now, also in a new interview with Mark Striegel on Ozzy's Boneyard, Ace was asked if there was any chance that he will make an appearance at the band's last concert ever, which is scheduled to take place on December 2nd, which is this Saturday, at Madison Square Garden in New York. He responded, no. You know what it is? Those guys used my name and Peter's name months ago. They said that they invited us to perform at the show. I never got a call. Peter never got a phone call. They just said that to sell tickets. And recently, Paul Stanley made negative comments about me and Peter. For example, I think the last negative statement he said when people asked him if Peter and Ace are going to perform with him at the Garden, he said, "Oh, we would mar the show. We will mar the show if we got up there and play," which is really insulting. I've been touring without Kiss for years. I mean, Kiss hasn't put out an album in what, 9 years? Actually, I think it's 11 years. I've put out 5 or 6. And my upcoming album, I think, is going to really turn heads. I know Gene Simmons is going to really like it and tell the press he does like it. I have no idea what Paul Stanley's going to say. He usually holds back on any deep praise for me because he's jealous of me. And yeah, so despite all the bad mouthing that has been going on between him and some of the original Kiss members in recent years, Frehley insists that he doesn't hold a grudge against them. He says, "I wish Kiss the best, all the best on their final shows for the end of the road tour. There are really no hard feelings. We say things sometimes in heat of passion or something out memory isn't. And we don't recall things, but I love those guys. We are getting old. Our memory isn't what it used to be. So I just let it roll off my back." Yeah, okay. This whole thing, now what I didn't know this whole time, I thought they did get a hold of Ace, and Ace asked for a price, and they said, "No, we ain't going to pay you that much." Well, Ace is saying they didn't call him at all, or Peter. And I believe that as well. That's total Gene and Paul to make up stuff. We invited him. I guess how Gene is saying that he invited him on the interview, you know, but he never invited him with a phone call, which means really that they don't want Ace and Peter there, you know. And I heard this final show going on Saturday or Sunday, whatever it is. There's going to be something at the end of the show that's going to be special. I have no idea what it is. People that have that pay-per-view will find out, and then I'll find out a little after that when somebody uploads it on YouTube. And I also want to bring up that I said years ago that when Kiss stops, I'm going to do the Larger Than Life Part 3. Well, I can't. At least not now, because the situation I'm living in and what I'm using, you know, to upload stuff. I can't sit down and edit a documentary. Not in the near future, but I will try to put it up. But if some of you don't know, Larger Than Life Part 1 and Part 2 were taken down from YouTube. But they are up on BitChute. Both of them are there. My Ronnie James Dio documentary is there. My Black Sabbath documentary there. So go over there to BitChute and you'll find all that stuff. And when I do eventually make Larger Than Life Part 3, it's not going to be on YouTube. It's going to be over there at BitChute because YouTube will take it down. But I'm sure I'll make a video saying, "Hey, look, I finally did Larger Than Life Part 3 and the link is below. Check it out on BitChute." But yeah, I apologize to everybody, but life gets in the way of a lot of stuff. If Kiss would have ended back, if there was no pandemic and Kiss would have ended a year or two ago, I would have had the time to make this documentary, Larger Than Life Part 3. I promise when everything is settled and fine, I will get into it. But I'm telling you this right now, I don't think I'll be doing it, at least not for another year or more. I'm saying a year from now at the soonest, but I doubt it. You know, it'd probably be more than a year. But anyway, that's it. I love Ace Frehley's new song, and Kiss are liars. But, you know, Ace Frehley could be lying too. He's not the most honest guy in the world. But I want to thank you for watching The Only News That Matters. And please subscribe to my channel if you have not. And what's your thoughts on the new Ace song and this whole thing with Gene and Ace and Paul? Leave it in the comments below. I love reading stuff like that. And, you know, press the little notification bell. And very important, to like the video for the YouTube aneurysms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.